yesterday, the UN warns up to 345 million people marching towards starvation. The UN food chief warned Thursday that the would be facing a global emergency of unprecedented magnitude, with up to 345 million people marching towards starvation and 75 million pushed closer to starvation by the war in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine. Russian-Ukrainian war. I'm saying that for a reason. David Beasley, the executive director of the UN World Food Program, he said that the 345 million people facing food insecurity in the 82 countries where the agency operates is 2.5 times the number of acutely food insecure people before the pandemic that hit in 2020. 50 million of those people in 45 are suffering from acute malnutrition and are knocking at famine's door. Famine, that's hunger, y'all. For some that didn't know, so don't get saying we know. Somebody don't know, trust me. Since Russia invaded its neighbor back in February 2023, on February 24th, y'all. On 2022, yeah, get it right, title. Soaring food, fuel, fertilizer costs has driven 70 million people closer to starvation. Why I said Ukrainian and Russian war. We have all this land over here in the United States. What we rather do with it is build a shopping center, a big mall, or some other stupid place. You want to tear down all the trees that supply us with clean air, and it cushions the heat. That's why Atlanta is so hot, y'all. They done tore down all the trees over there, put all these big buildings, so it superheats like an oven, like a piece of oven. All those brick buildings and cement and concrete and metal, all that stuff, it gets hot. Hot Atlanta. Not because of the hot boys. Hot Atlanta is hot. It's truly hot, y'all. And I see it all over the place now. I'm like, why they cutting those trees down? Why they cutting those trees? Why they cutting them trees? Stupid. Now, when they cut them trees down, at least they should build a little fence and start making our own foods. You know what I'm saying? Make our own food and stop depending on other countries. Make your own. Oh, we rely on them for wheat. We rely on them for rice. We rely on them for all of our oil. We rely on them for this. Like, why? We got all the resources here. We don't want to use ours. That's some Debo shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what you got my 40? Hey, did you get some money? I want to spend red money. That's what they saying, man. I want to spend your money. Go ahead and plant something for real. Get some real food over. Get some real resources. This war in my world, it's telegraphed. You know what I'm saying? It's telegraphed. How come everybody talking about put 'em up, what we gonna do? They just like not Scooby-Doo, but Scrappy. Why? I mean, how do you keep talking about what you gonna do? We gonna do this if you do that. We gonna do this. Why you ain't do it? I ain't asking them to do it, y'all. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to get this done. But what I'm saying is, it's always been talked of we are overpopulated. Those are by the elites. They saying we are overpopulated. What best time is it to put up a little war and like when two guys do a little bet on something, and we gonna see what we can do right here then. Or, all right, now we gonna spar, but don't hit me in the face. It's just body hits. That's what they're doing. Don't you go pressing that button now. We just blowing up this kind of stuff now. All right. And then I learned yesterday that, well, we already know we going digital. They trying to cut out all the real money because the truckers in certain places that's doing like what do they call strikes? They doing the strikes and all. Certain ones they telling you keep this up, we will shut your insurance down. We will shut your bank account down. You see what I'm saying? If they shut both of those down on a truck, where that truck gonna go? You can't do nothing. You can't go in your, okay, look at him now, I got cash. I learned yesterday that in India, most cash is illegal. It became illegal out there in 2016. They went digital. And it's like a certain amount you can have. Man, some kind of myth like that. It's all in other, you can look it up yourself. Just at Google, is money illegal in India? You know what I'm saying? And it'll give you all the percentages and all that, and you won't have to come back to me talking about, well, this is that, and this and that. You can put it down in the comments you want to, and maybe other people can look at it and maybe whatever you're saying and go for it. But please go put down in the comments of what you think about it. But we're overpopulated, they say, y'all. So by any means necessary, let's get some of these people away from here, is what they thinking. Okay, let's let the one monkey escape the laboratory and call him C-19. Let's let him escape.
Really, nigga?
And that'll wipe some of them out right there. You know, then we'll just get it back under control. When are we gonna get rid of it? Some of y'all forgot about it, ain't you? That's the plan. Some has forgotten about it because it was big prevalent up in the area. It was everywhere, mask everywhere, man. Now you can go every places and be like, you think about it like, man, ain't nobody got no mask on. I think I read the other day like 200 some people is gonna die today in the world from that. That was days ago. 200 people, world. Not 200 people in your county, world. That ain't nothing. So it's dwindling. And then they try to throw something else in on us. You know, because there's always something got to take the spot. If ever this Ukrainian Russia stuff over, something else going to squeeze its way right in there. And it's going to mesh right in the middle before it's over. And then it's going to be over, and then it's going to come into play. They always got to have something big to occupy. And some of you just don't think about it. Some of you refuse to think about it. Some of you just dumb down ignorant to the facts of the stuff that's right before your eyes. So, everybody, the gist of it, get back into it. Get back into it if you got out of it. It was all your self-defense. Don't rely on weapons all your life. I mean, it's coming to that, but there's a, let's go unreal. Go to movies when you see with a man that's the man, he lose his weapon and he gotta go by hand and do some stuff and do some stuff and do stuff, then he end up taking a weapon from somebody to get back another weapon. Think of it like that. Self-defense.